This started as a pipe dream maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I had been teaching for almost 20 years, and I wanted to keep working with the population that I was working with, but do it in a different way and then blend my own interests. So kind of put together this crazy idea of we're gonna open a shop, quirky, laugh out loud that mixes new and vintage. But then when you take a deeper look, there's a mission and a purpose behind the store, which was born out of kind of my history with my son and working as a special ed teacher for 20 years.
My name is Foster Deck. I am a assistant manager who helped run the business with my mother and my sister Sophie, and I'm also a advocate for people on the spectrum.
There's this great ravine, this cliff that young people drop off of when they leave the school system. People just don't give them a chance. If they're neurodivergent, it's very hard to find employment that will focus on their ability over their disability. We looked at what happened with my son Foster, and he had several job placements that were really challenging. Then he finally got into a job placement that was great.
I did even more than my job required to be like, you know what, like people on the spectrum can do a lot more than you think.
They saw him as a person first, and it made all the difference. As I was formulating what this could be, that really became part of a driving force, was to be that for other families.
She really wanted to do something unique with her business in terms of who she employed and the outreach there and the messaging around that. So that in and of itself doesn't, give it extra points, so to speak, in terms of a loan decision. It's got to make sense. If it doesn't work financially, no matter how grand the vision is. That said, that certainly resonated. I loved her name. I thought that was really cool. It looks like a pretty good start so far.
Most people feel like if you are hiring adults with developmental disabilities or neurodivergent adults, that you have to be a nonprofit. And I want to destroy that thought. There's no reason that businesses that are successful or small-owned businesses cannot accommodate adults with disabilities or neurodivergent adults and be successful.
The store was great. It had so many eclectic different objects and items that you could choose from, and it brought back a lot of nostalgia. It was great for the whole family. My son found things, my husband found things, and my mom found things.
My first time in the store, and I'm just wandering around doing some Christmas shopping and saw some of the display on the front, so went inside and checked it out. It's an eclectic collection of things, just a really unique store. I've never been anything like that.
This is what real community looks like, especially in a town like Asheville, which is a small town, but it is a very large sense of community. We have to make space for everybody, not just in the school system, but in everyday life, in workplaces and small businesses. Now it's time to take inclusion from schools and bring it into the workplace. And it's not difficult to do if you think ahead of time about how to accommodate everybody.